I missed my stream time. Apple, muffins, and advice. Fill in your queries below. Haha, below. Hi everyone.
Okay, no, you can hear me. That's okay. I'm gonna put this on no Bluetooth, and then so this is,
And then this, I played the song, and it's all okay. Hi. Hi everyone. It's I'm baking. Things never go right when I'm baking. Sorry. How is everyone? I can't believe I'm late. I literally ran to go pick up. And now the music's too aggressive. Bear with me. Literally bear with me. There we go. Ah! Yeah. Oh. Am I really not allowed a fun drink on the it's the celebration of the fun drink emote and I can't even have a fun drink. Are you kidding me? That's so rude. And like it's not even my fault. Yes, I will be complaining about this. What's my chat app called? Chatsen? Oh, it has to re-download. That's cool. No, 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 no. I'll just read chat here. Them's the rules. That's so rude. I know I'm the one who set up the rules, so anytime I forget, no, anytime I don't manage to go live on time, it is my fault. I'm gonna be mad anyway. And I have all the space to turn around and be mad. Hmm. Sorry, my chat's downloading, so I have to read it like this. Hello, everyone! Third stream day in a row. Look at me go. Look at me go! Oh, this is taking forever. How are we all since I saw you yesterday? Oh, I can see you. There you go. I will allow you a fun drink on me. Splat boy. Guys, one in chat if I'm allowed a fun drink, two if I'm not. One, 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 one. Get a job, little bro. You get a job. Two. No. I have stream delay. It might be me. It looks like it might be me who has the stream delay. I'm not sure though. Find one. Because then you can all spam the thing. And I got this one, and I really like this one. I like this one. Okay. Wait, no, I should have said like spam the fun drink emote. Um Am I? No, I'm not. I just don't welcome questions about it because people can get weird about it. I want a sip of what's the name of it's the I got the most fucked up can on the shelf. It's because I accept flaws, and isn't that beautiful? Hello everyone. How are we? Today, because I love alliteration, we're doing apple, muffins, and advice. Yeah. Yeah. Who's bleeping excited? A noise. Who? Anna! Thank you so much for the prime! Thank you for the 14 months. Freaking thank you. I'm trying to get the form up. I thought it's touch and go whether people supply why the fuck is it? Forms. If a mod could pin the link to my form, that would be beautiful. Thank you very much. So that people can add to it. I've got a little link where you can add things that that I can give advice on. Oh my god, there's like 30. Never mind. Marina, thank you so much for the tier 1. First time tier 1, thank you so much. Hello everyone. Oh my god, my chat's finally downloaded. Hello, hello, hello everyone. I can see you from wherever I am in the room. Isn't that beautiful? Hi. My day has been good. I think it's so I was just on holiday last week, and do you ever get on holiday where it's like I'm enjoying my time here, but I was homesick. That's a fairly common thing. I was just kind of homesick, even though I was away for a month, just because I like where I live. Put the fun drink back in the fridge? No. Does the art shop deliver to the US? Well, yes, it does. Well, yes. No fun drink? No, but look how happy I would be. Look how happy I would be. No, you're right. You're right, and that's what's annoying. I bought a whole meal deal to make that worth it. I've got watermelon though, I'm allowed to have that. What time did I go live at? I think it was 7:32, which isn't bad. I just didn't realise that I hadn't put my stream title in. I'm having a watermelon. You'll have to go live tomorrow. I might not. No, I will. It'll be flight stream tomorrow though. No fun drink, fine, whatever. No stream, and then I end stream. I'm still in control, remember? Molly's in charge. Boom. My favorite bowl. Who is this consistent Melinks and what should she do to Molly and Minorca? Okay, this is my point. I was homesick for my regular life. Just I was sort of itching at the end of it to be like, I want to get back to normal. And then it's like, wait, it's Sophie's modversary? Happy modversary to you. I think it's wrong. Well, I'm gonna sing anyway. The horse told you to stream every day. Yeah. No, it's... I appreciated my life back home more because I was away from it. So now I'm like, I gotta make the most of it when I'm here, you know? And also, because the past like 2 months, I haven't been able to walk around properly because of my back and then my hands playing up. So the fact that I am able to do more, I'm like, yes, okay, let's do it now before it goes away again. Is that so wrong? Should I not stream at all, since you guys are bullying me for being normal? Shall we make some muffins? They're the best baked good in the world, because I can fill them with whatever I want, and any alliterative word that I want. I could have made apricot muffins, avocado muffins, anchovy muffins. The world is my lobster. Muffin emote? True. Muffin the dog. Let me get my ingredients out. But yeah, put your queries and your questions and things you want me to give advice on in the frickin' comments below. Would red bean muffins work? I mean, I'd be willing to try, of course. I do love red bean. But how's everyone been in the past 24 hours? Baking powder, baking soda. Cinnamon. salt. Oh, I forgot to get the butter out of the fridge. Whoops-a-daisy. Oil. That's there. Sugar. Yep. Eggs. Yep. Yogurt. Yep. Milk. Yep. Vanilla. Yep. Apples. Yes. I'm eating sushi. Yeah. Have you seen Obsession? No, but I want to. No. Thought we were gonna have a nice date. I really want to watch it, but I'm the scaredy cat when it comes to horror movies. I've got frickin' 32 responses. The title was Need Advice, Nothing Too Deep, We're Just Having Fun. I think. It's cut off. Never mind. How do I read them? Oh, okay. There we go. One at a time. Okay. First, advice to be given. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a trusted individual and I make mistakes multiple times a day. This is just for fun. Okay, I'm starting my driving lessons next Tuesday and I'm nervous. Any idea? Nope. Any advice on dealing with nerves or a big milestone? I need a... I'm giving advice. Dun, 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 dun. Advice. I can do it. Any advice on nerves or big milestones? I mean, do we gotta sign an NDA? Yeah, sorry guys. You being here legally means you cannot sue me. That's how it works. Because you're participating in the activity, you know? This is all content. Cookies and Confession, and what was the other one called? I have no idea. It was Muffins and Mistakes. Okay, what would my advice be? Yes, that's the point of the stream. Why have I got nervous? Okay, well now I'm nervous. I guess maybe my first point of advice is that it's normal. It's normal. And, like, what is there to be scared about with driving lessons in particular? The person who's, oh my god. If you're scared of driving lessons, go on TikTok and go onto the driving instructor TikToks and watch how horrific the people they have to train can be. And then you're like, right, I'll never be as bad as that. And if I am, they've probably dealt with it before. The people who are like, oh, sorry, I'm just going to text like while I go through this roundabout. I think I'm on that level. That's fine. They're there to teach you. That's the whole point. It's a driving lesson. You're paying them. And milestones can be a scary thing because it's like, oh my god, how is this here? You know? Like, how am I finishing school? How am I at driving lessons? Like, sometimes it's hard to grapple with where you are at life. And I don't know, everyone feels that way. If you don't feel prepared, congrats, you're in the same boat as everyone else. If you're approaching something that you've never done before with the idea that you can do it first time, you're probably in the minority. How much bleeding flour do you need? Also, I did about a year of driving tests and then COVID hit. So I didn't even get my, what's it called? I didn't even pass my driver's test because it all got ground to a halt. And then I moved to a walkable city, so I don't even need it. Melinks in a Fiat 500. I wanted a mint green Fiat 500, and I would have traded my legs to do so when I was 12. I wanted one so bad. Baking powder. So yes, And when people had the eyelashes on the lights of the car, get me on that. People need to customize their cars. Like as soon as people get onto like a game, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have fucking Sonic on the side and it's gonna be purple and blah 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 blah. Why don't we do that in real life? I think people are just realizing that you can sort of customize your character as a human. Decorate your car like it's your handbag. Put a rosary on that shit. Cars are just way too expensive. Yeah. I want to decorate my future car like a Rocket League car. Does it mean people are less likely to steal it or more likely to steal it when it's super personalized? It's like when people dye their dog's tails rainbow or something and it stops them from getting stolen. So if someone says that it looks weird, tell them to fuck off and say that it's an anti-theft method. Might need that in a bit. Easy to find, but maybe more stalkers. I think people would go after the more expensive car rather than the one that's like, oh, but it's so cottage core, snail girl, tomato girl, Euro summer core. I want this one. They're gonna go for the Lambo. What's my next advice? It's so romantic how we're watching this right now. Everyone hold hands. Is there anywhere where you can upload things like fan art / edits where you're more likely to see it? Because I know you don't use TikTok or Twitter a lot. I use Twitter so much. So the fact that I don't see things very much is kind of an issue that I need to solve. Because the community was great. But then fucking we got rid of that, because why not? So honestly, maybe the mods will hate me for this. The best way to show me art is to go, hey, look, can I send you a link of something cool in chat? Or like, hey, I drew something of you. It's in the art Discord. And I usually go like, oh, I'll have a look if I'm not busy. That's mainly, the most recent shit that I've seen is because of that. Let's all send phishing links. No, no. I never post my edits on Twitter. I'm scared of Twitter people. No, because I never see edits because I never go on TikTok. It's only when my friends send them to me on message that I go on TikTok and like binge them all. I love when people put their TikToks on. No, sorry, put their edits on TikTok. I love it. So actually, I'm feeling motivated to draw. Beautiful. Okay, how much cinnamon am I doing? Cinnamon. Cinnamon. 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Today, the recipe is a mixture of Sally's Baking Addictions jumbo muffins and also, was that 1 or 2? I don't remember. I'll do a half. This is going to be very cinnamony. These are very autumnal. Autumnal. And then also from addapinch.com, I'm doing the cinnamon apple muffins, but I'm just putting them into the Sally's. But it's a mix. It's a mix. We'll see if they come out okay. Okay, not advice, but what piercing do I get next? I have my belly. This is advice. I have my belly, both sides of my nose, and 2 lobe piercings in both ears. I can't pick. Wait, those are the ones that you want, or those are the ones you have? Not advice, but what piercing do I get next? I have my belly, both sides of my nose, and 2 lobe piercings in both ears. I can't pick. I need to know what you don't have. What do you not have? Okay. Belly, both sides of the nose, 2 lobe piercings in both sides. Get your eyebrow done. Or get a septum, complete the 3. Yeah, eyebrow. Or I want to peer. Oh, lips? Yeah, I don't know either. Sorry. But get, like, if you don't like it, take it out. Salt. I never know how to do half a teaspoon of salt when I'm doing it this method. Like, is that a teaspoon? Fuck knows. I always undersalt though, I feel. There you go. A bridge for more symmetry? I don't know. I got my ears pierced at 18, and I think they've closed up. I'm not the girl to ask. Ugh. My account is flopping awfully and I feel like I've become irrelevant. Do I keep editing and trying to push my stuff even if I'm only averaging 60 to 130 likes when I normally average 400 to 900? I don't know. It's just hard to feel discouraged. See, this is the thing. I think TikTok, if we're talking about TikTok, has just changed their algorithm. You'll see people... What's his name? Musi. Musi literally just put out a video being like, this is so... it's so hard to continue when there's been such a sharp drop off of views. And like that guy, I mean, how big was Golden in our friend group? You know what I mean? I understand it's easy to feel discouraged when stuff like that happens out of your hands, but maybe try a different platform. I love seeing edits on Twitter. All the people who are annoying can fuck off. It's fine. Or people don't really do on Instagram, do they? I wouldn't know. But okay, it's probably not you. Just try somewhere else. Or maybe try and if you find a community of editors, maybe you'll feel more fulfilled sharing it with people who can give you more vocal, like, oh my god, I love that, you know, rather than like, because that'll probably feel better than just like one extra number, you know what I mean? Whisking! It's whisking time. Guys, stop asking me so many questions. I need to make my muffins. I got the urge to put black pepper in this. Don't do that. Oh, I have had strawberry and black pepper ice cream though. That was yum. That sounds exactly like something I would enjoy though. Community's fire. Yeah, exactly. If you're not finding it fun, try and find, based on, if the numbers are getting you down, find something else that's going to fulfill that niceness. Insta edits used to be peak. I know, because my era of like Insta edits, I didn't make them, but it was when people were making like people doing like 80s edits of like Stand By Me and stuff like that, and people had I used to like scroll those accounts. Just find your community, you know. Stand By Me, oh my god. I had such a crush on River Phoenix. Okay, skipping between two different recipes is not fun, but that's fine. We're dicing some bleeping apples. I'm not an apple girl, apart from when it comes to pink ladies. I fucking love a pink lady, but they're just not baking apples. So we've got these green fuckers. Why on two recipes? Because one's for the base of the muffin, because I want those big, tall, beautiful muffins that Sally provides me. And then the second one is for cinnamon apple muffins, so I'm injecting the cinnamon apple into Sally's beautiful muffins. How many do we want? 140, 270, 1.5, 2.5. I'll do 2.5. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't recommend me peanut butter in this chat. Why is that? Why is this side of my... Gary! Quick washing up break. I wasn't even going to use this side, but just the principle. I never had an apple muffin. I don't think I have either. I was just like, they'd probably go in muffins. Okay. Oh my god, 42 responses. Hello, everyone. Need advice? Okay. Going to prom and I don't know what kind of shoes to wear. My dress is thrifted from the 70s, cool, and it's black with red detailing on the skirt if that helps, cool. I have no clue what to buy because heels are no to my thing and I'm not quite sure what else is an option, lol. Please help if you can. Okay, the good thing is it's black and red. Those are two very easy, like, my prom dress was like a ivory creamy color and it was so hard to find shoes that matched that exact color. So you're beautiful when it comes to black. That's a great, you're at a great start. As for not wearing heels, I'm not a heels girl. You could go like full Avril Lavigne and do like Converse. Do like the Victorious. I mean, you can always do something with a smaller heel if the problem is like the high heel. Like kitten heels are totally back in, and way more comfortable. Question: does the dress cover the shoes? True, because you can kind of go with whatever the fuck you like. Loads of girls at my graduation had like sling back kitten heels. But you know me, I fucking love a Mary Jane. A smart shoe that's like cute and girly. Like they have like, mine have like a little heel, but it's like a little platform, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not wearing like stripper heels, you know? I love a Mary Jane. But like, Mary Jane's go with everything to me. Yeah, exactly. Like I've got my sporty ones and I've got my smart ones that I wore with my graduation dress, you know. If I had a black prom dress on God, I would have worn Mary Jane's and socks. I mean, that's my style preference, but or I was gonna say if you can't see the shoe, but even if you can see the shoe, go with something that's like totally you. Like it's your prom. I think it's fun to be like, oh, these shoes are so me. Like, you know, it's your prom, you know? Go with what you like. If it was me, if someone gave me your dress today, I would wear my Mary Janes, my Doc Martens, or my short Doc Martens. Something that's comfortable but a bit smarter, because you know it's an event. But like, it's your outfit. Why were you on? Apples. Ah. You also gotta dance it up. It was so hot. The place where they hired me and my sister's prom, we were in separate years, but we were in separate year groups, but it was the same event space. A girl passed out because of how hot it was, so no one was dancing because it was like hell. And oh, it just wasn't fun. My prom, I hated. I hated my prom. But my after prom was fun. Thanks, Sweatcan! How to Get a Girlfriend 2026 edition. You need to provide like an over 18 or an under 18. Over 18? Get in those apps. Get to the club. Under 18? Date oomph. Date oomph. Over 18? Date oomph. Okay. My thing is, and I've only just gotten that, is like the talking to strangers. Talking to strangers and being like, I'm not saying flirt with the barista. That was a noise. Hi, Softy Robin! Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, 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 hi. I'm currently giving advice while I bake apple muffins because it's alliterative. How do you find a girlfriend in the year 2026? Flirt with the barista. No, I mean, okay. The amount of times, okay, as a barista, like, this question is the same question as how do I make friends? The best way to find a partner is to make friends, and then if something comes from that, great. Because friends can introduce you to new people. It's like, you know how the job market sucks and everything is nepotism? It's the same way with relationships, okay? You gotta get your friends to set you up with people. 80% of the times I popped in your baking muffins, I feel this is a sign. I love making muffins. I love making muffins. Yeah, because, like, how are you going to meet potential partners if you don't meet potential friends, you know? You have to go in... If you go in, like, I need to find someone who's going to love me, like, then it's just going to be reeking of... not desperation, but you know, you get the point. And then, even if that doesn't work out, your friend could be like, oh my god, I know someone who is so perfect for you. And guess what? If you guys don't click in that way, you can become friends and they can set you up with someone else. Oh my god! I've done dating apps, I've got to the club, and I've dated oomph before, so I just have to talk to people despite how scared I am. If you even just say to your friends, like, I want to expand my circle of friends. I know some people don't like to mix friend groups. Go to an event together then, you know? I want to expand my circle of friends. I bumped into a friend who was at work who was on my uni course, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in ages, that's crazy. Give me your number. We never spoke really in uni, I just recognized their face. And I was like, let's hang out. So we've got each other's numbers, and we're gonna get coffee, you know? We obviously have things in common because we were on the same uni course, and there's only so many people who are still in Brighton, you know? Today I went out with Danny and Lulu, and I met some of Lulu's friends. It's just about expanding your world, you know, without the expectation of, I need to be loved. Find love in your friends, and then romantic love may appear afterwards. This is so many apples, oh my god. Okay, how do I win a ticket war? I don't know, bot? I love live music, but I don't go to gigs. Ask Abby. That's my advice. If there's someone in this chat who says, oh, I'm going to a Sabrina Carpenter gig after my Tate McRae gig on Thursday, it's Abby. If you want to win a ticket war, ask Abby. Oh, I've been at Sabrina and Tate, what the fuck? This is what I'm saying! If you want someone to help you figure out how to get tickets, ask you. I'm not an expert in this. Okay, advice going forward. Ask people who know. Ask people who know. Even if you don't know them very well. And guess what? That might lead to friendship. Oh my god. The best way to connect with someone is to bond over something in common. So if you want to ask someone for advice who you don't even know very well, if you're like, hey, oomph, I really want to get into editing. How did you start? Either they don't reply, which, yes, okay, some people are like, oh, I'm shy in real life, but I can talk to anyone online. I'm horrific at talking to people online, so we're in the same boat. Asking people to help you out with stuff is a great way of making friends. And also, meeting potential people. Oh my goodness! Oh, I feel like Mama. I'm cooking apples for supper, and I'm giving advice. I feel like Mama. Oh, wholesome. I'm making apple pie, and I'm giving all the kids all the advice they need. Okay, those seem thin enough. Whatever. Whatever. Will there be enough muffins for all of us? No! 6, so you have to compete. We're doing a sub war! Who wants muffin shipped to them? You gotta give me 35 subs! Oh my god, I just lifted my fun drink. How to deal with friends who are selfish and bad. Get rid of them! It's so scary! You gotta get rid of them! Viewer attack off. Boom! I can't even see it, so you'd be wasting your money. And that's why I did it, because I care about you guys. Not because I want my heart to have a break from my blood pressure being sent into oblivion. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, I know what I have to do. I need half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, all-purpose flour, which is plain flour, not self-raising flour. How do you with friends who are selfish and bad? The world is too big for you to think that those are the only people who can be your friends. Trust me, I spent years hanging out with people who I thought I was stuck with. It's not the truth. Don't let big friend make you believe that. I'm coating these with flour. Sorry to my gluten intolerant friends. How many? 2 teaspoons. Who is Big Friend? You know, like Big Pharma? Big Pharma's Big Pharma sells you all the drugs. Big Friend makes you believe that, it's not one tall friend. Are my apples even in shot? Not at all. Look at my apples. Yay! Life's too short for you to believe that the people who you are friends with are the only people you can be friends with. Oh my god. If they suck, get rid of them. I'm begging you. I hate all my school friends. It can suck that you're in like a real, school is such a closed community. I think online friends are a great antidote to that. But don't hang around with people who make you feel bad on the daily, you know? You can prefer your internet friends, but don't hang out with people for the sake of it, if it makes you feel bad, you know? As I said, I ate lunch with my sister for a year to get away from toxic friends. And also, trust me, forcing yourself to stay friends with people who make you sad has effects in the long run. I have a lot of things that I'm constantly working through because of that, you know? You owe yourself good company. Or at least decent company. Oh my god. Honestly, I just befriended the kids in the area above for 2 years. It was great. Yeah, man. I remember having a horrible online friend group. I wish I left earlier. Being lonely is better than being with a terrible person who makes you depressed. Exactly. Because at least you're in charge when you take a step back. It's honestly like one of the best things you can do for yourself. I had the epiphany to only hang out with people who make me feel good, and it's honestly life-changing. Genuinely. And like, my sister's friends had their issues. And once I found someone in my year, who I'm now the godmother of her son, who was like, hey, you're fun. And I was like, hey, can we eat lunch together? And she was like, yeah. Either you stick with the people who make you sad, or something changes, you know? I've got exams soon. How do I lock in and study? Oh, okay. I'm not the best person to ask about this. Honestly, I would just hope that the. Oh my god, my music's turned off while my hands are covered in apple cinnamon. It smells so fucking good though. Oh my god. With exams and stuff, I would just hope that the will would kick in. What's my advice for doing something that maybe that you like have to sit down and do? Fun drink. I love streaming. Is it hard for me to press the go live button sometimes? Yes, I can get shy, but there is a reward if I do. You know, and that also helps boost my mood to get me like fired up. And I know that I don't need it. Like I'm doing fine right now anyway. But have something, just a reward, monkey brain yourself, you know? I think everyone should get a fun drink apart from fucking me apparently. That's my advice. Okay. Melted butter. How many melted butter? 71 grams. I've made this exact recipe like 20 times now, and I should learn this off by heart. $71. $49. That's 85. I want to hang out with Ash Swag more. We really get on. I think we have good chemistry. Like we've only streamed together twice. There was that time that we did the Realm public server test run where it was me, him, and Pangy. And that was a load of fun. And then we streamed yesterday together. You two were so funny. Yay. You guys have a similar vibe. I could get silly. When are you getting on Quag? Max has only just got on Quag. I think I gotta wait my turn. I've got coconut milk today because Aldi was out of fucking oat milk. Boo. Ooh, okay. Long one. I live in a country where no one speaks English, only some people in the city that went to international school. I've been focusing on studying English so much I've forgotten a lot about my first language. I'm going to public school soon. Any advice for me? I feel like it'll be pretty hard since I can barely read or write in my first language. Also be my first time going to public school since I've been private English schools my entire life. I have zero experience in this, but I appreciate that that sounds hard. Okay, Max always says that his Italian isn't very good. Because he lived in Italy till he was, what, like 12 or something? And then moved away, and then barely spoke it for, I don't know, 7 years. I can't do maths. And then when he goes to Italy, he's like, ugh. And then gets in the swing of it, and it's like, oh my god, my subconscious knows about it. You probably know more than you think, is my point. It sounds like a big change is happening. And there was a girl who joined my school in year 5, so when we were 9. She was French. Couldn't speak a word of English. She was French. And then I think it took her 2 months, and it was like, oh yeah, that's Lucy. Like, she could just speak English, you know? The best way to learn a language is to be immersed in it. And being in a public school where everyone speaks the language that you already have previous knowledge of, it's probably going to come back quite quicker than you think. I don't know you, but I think it's possible that the nerves might be from sugar, I'm not putting that back. The nerves might just be coming from the fact it's a very new thing going on, basically. So even though I have no... I hope that was okay advice from someone who can speak one language. Oh, what's next on my recipe? Recipe. 200 grams of... Oh, wait, no. Vegetable oil. 80 ml. I always overdo on the olive oil. There we go. And then sugar, 200 grams. Sounds like good advice to me. I mean, I can barely speak English, my first and only language. Yeah, exactly. And there might be people who are in the same position as well. Just because yours is a bit more unique, it doesn't mean that someone else there might not relate. Think of flour in me. 200 grams. I like doing advice streams, this is fun. Oh yeah, also with the rise of ChatGPT, you're probably speaking English as well as everyone else. I thought my Tomodachi was dying for a moment. The music confused me. Sorry. How do I know if I have autism? Do you have autism? I think I have autism. I mean, you might do. The problem is, oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Guess who got a letter from the ADHD assessment people? They told me because I moved away from home, they removed me from the list after 6 years of being on there. After 5 years of living in Brighton, they told me yesterday that I am off the waiting list, do not pass go, because of something that happened 5 years ago. Ooh, what do you mean? Do you have to wait another 5 years? Well, yes. Well, yes. I'm just going to do the right to choose, I think. Okay, advice for this one. TotoGP. Say you'd like right to choose. so that they can speed it up. In the meantime, if you think that you might have autism, all of the free advice for autistic people is at your fingertips. Just because you might not know for sure whether you're autistic, you can still live a life that accommodates what you have in common with that neurotype, you know? Even if you don't have autism, but you don't like loud noises, you can still carry earplugs. Even if you prefer direct communication rather than when people are like confusing and weird, you can still say that. Don't get autism advice on TikTok, don't do it. Basically, even if you don't have the piece of paper saying that you're autistic, you can still go online and say, if I were autistic, what would help me? Because it's such a broad spectrum. I mean, I believe I have it, but the pathway to like get diagnosed is so long. And there's like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of loud noises, but I'm really good with food. Like, I have no problem with I'm like not a picky eater in the slightest, you know what I mean? There's like so many different, just accommodate yourself, you know? Ask the people around you to accommodate you. Thought you loved a loud noise. Shut up. If your low support needs, a diagnosis doesn't matter as much as you might think. Yeah, exactly. But for some people just want the affirmation, or maybe the like things in school that can help you out and stuff. 80 grams of sour cream or yogurt. But that's just my advice. You don't have to go around saying that you do have it, even if you're not sure. But you can carry earplugs with you if it's going to help your day to day. Or you can communicate with your friends that you prefer direct communication. Don't worry about whether you're chatting the right thing. The mods will tell you off if it's wrong, but if not, then I'm happy to have something to bounce off of. Guys, talk in chat as much as you want, just don't spam. And spamming is hi, 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 hi. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. No, I mean like 40 messages saying hi in a row, you know what I mean? Not sure if you still use Finch, but I just sent you a friend request. I don't really use Finch anymore because I had what's it called? Like a premium subscription or whatever. And also it just kind of stressed me out seeing how many tasks I had. I still get notifications from my bird, and I'm like, hey bird, love you, Shoeshine. Okay, milk is next, I think. Feel free to say that you disagree with me on any of my points, by the way. I know this is me, this is my TED Talk you've come to, but that doesn't mean that you can't go, hey Molly, I think I disagree with you on this point. I'm still only 23. I'm only 23! 2 and 3 are such small little numbers. 23 is young, I know. But I'm just saying, I don't know everything. That was my NDA at the start of the stream. Your bio still says you're 22? Oops. If you'd be able to tell your younger self something, what would it be? Genuinely all of this information, especially the one about friends. I mean, I knew from age 9 that the people that I was hanging around with made me sad. It just took me till age 17 to cut them off. Oh, oh. I'm referencing the meme of the parents in the door and the Wojak sitting at the computer saying 25 is young. Is that me? I've moved out. Yeah, the advice I'd give to my younger self would be, um, don't try to make yourself appealing to people who are being unkind to you. She really got to think about this one. I do. Little me deserves good advice. I think I've remembered everything. I hope so. Where's my spatula? Spatula! I think the next one was about long distance relationships, and I'm also not experienced with that. It's an open discussion, everyone. Ooh, this smells so cinnamony. I think I have everything, but this dough looks really small. Okay. Hopefully it's okay. I like this guy, but he lives 5 hours away. Other than the distance, he's literally perfect, but I don't know the distance is worth it. Try anyway. Try anyway. Either you don't try, and then it definitely doesn't work out, or you do try, and maybe it does work out, but maybe it doesn't. If you choose to not do anything whatsoever, then you end up with the same conclusion. Yes, maybe with less sad emotions involved, if that's the case. But, like, why deny yourself of the experience just because maybe you'll be sad at some point? You're going to be sad at some point in your life anyway. This feels so dry. Why is it so dry? Why are you so dry? Milk. Not to bring it up, sorry if this is bad, but when you were with Tom and he was on tour, would that not have been long distance even if it was temporary? I guess. I mean, I wouldn't see him for like... There'll be times where I wouldn't see him for like a month. I think that's different from like a long-term relationship. But don't worry about bringing it up. It's not like a hidden past or whatever. It's still part of my life. I don't know because oh my god, it's because I only added half of the wet. Oh my god. She's so fucking stupid. Why are we asking me for advice? I'm like, this mixture seems really dry after I've not put half the fucking ingredients in. Oh my god. I don't know, because I didn't really deal with that well. I was just like, oh, we so far away, oh. Oh, this texture looks so odd because I did things in the wrong order. No! Unfortunately, I feel like I can't give the best advice for this situation, but I wish you all the best. And I say go for it. We've had weird people in here in the last few streams that didn't want to stir the pot. No, because at this point I just yell at them, like the person who said get a job. You get a job, fuck off. How do I speak to my friends without worrying them that I'm being too annoying or talking about boring things? It sounds like you have to work on your self-worth and your self-talk. It sounds like you are making fun of yourself before you give someone else the chance to, and you don't have to do that. This is something I found myself doing, is speaking about something and in my head going, I probably sound really boring right now. They probably don't like me right now. That's not happening. I'm the one who's saying these things. I have become so much happier when I've stopped trying to predict the minds of others. You can't predict the minds of others. It's not possible. If your friends are going to get annoyed about your conversation topics, they're not good people. Yeah, you might just not gel, you know? And if you can't find someone who wants to talk about your specific topic, go on fucking Reddit! join a Twitter community. Talk to them about fucking Digital Circus. But yeah, my advice to that question is to be kinder to yourself. People don't hate you automatically. The way I didn't even realize I was doing that until last year is crazy. But it's so easy to get into that that pattern of thinking and thinking that you're just like getting ahead of people and being like, oh, I'll never be annoying if I can predict when I'm being annoying. No one thinks you're annoying in the first place. And if someone's laughing at you behind my back, oh my god, that person's evil. Oh my god, that person's evil, and why would you care about their opinion of you? Molly's secretly a therapist in another life. No. Molly in this life makes muffins and yells at you guys to have more self-worth. Yeah. I do not have a doctor's license. That should be my my disclaimer at the start of the stream. I don't have a doctor's license! I love going out of the country and straight up embarrassing myself because I'll never see them again and it'll give them something to talk about. You can be their dinner conversation. They'll be eating fish fingers and they'll be like, guess what we saw today? Girl doing the worm in the city centre. That's what I was thinking when me and Max were handcuffed together. I was like, I wonder how many people's dinner conversations we were. Guess what we saw through the bright lanes? 2 kids handcuffed together talking about that it was an art piece, but they had cameras on their shoulders. Fucking weird. Anyway, pass the ketchup, you know. Oh, shit. Now it's like a wet batter because I put too much milk in there. I always make one mistake at least when I'm doing these on stream. I feel like I'm wasting time doing nothing, even though I have nothing to do while uni has ended for the year. Any advice on how to deal with that feeling? I mean, I understand the feeling of like the lack of things to be productive about. Because it's like, oh, I don't have classes. Like, what? If you want to get ahead of uni, I'm sure there's somewhere where you can look up what the syllabus is so you can get ahead of things. Or personal projects. I've seen loads of people doing their like, this is my summer curriculum, and like giving themselves like a reading list. Of things they find fun or things to do with their schooling and stuff. You can set projects for yourself. You can write essays on things you find interesting. I remember in the summer, me and my friends on my course would get antsy because it was like, I feel like I've got nothing to do. And then it was like, one of my friends taught us how to print on t-shirts. Look how that fucking went, you know? Just because it's not productive in the sense that you're not getting a grade from it, it's productive if it makes you happy. You probably just need to find more of a schedule. No, genuinely, after exams, I don't know what to do. It's probably also just an absence of stress, you know? When you're running on like adrenaline and panic and stuff, when that's gone, your body's like, wait, what? Forced my friends to all paint each other once when I hang out, it was lit. Do you have any uni advice for making friends? Everyone is in the same position as you, unless they've came with a friend. I showed up to my uni and I knew one person because we had accidentally joined a WhatsApp group together. And that was my friend Ali. And everyone else, I was like, it's a clean slate. Nobody knows me. No one has any preconceived notion of me. No one else has any friends. It's the best time to be yourself. Genuinely. I've been on summer break for like 2 weeks and I don't know what to do. Freaking watch Melinks streams and say hi. That's your homework. Learn something. Hi. Hi. You can reinvent yourself as well. Yeah, there was someone who went to uni and I genuinely can't remember who it was, who was like, oh, at home they call me this, but I kind of want to go by this. And it was like, yeah, go by that. And I can't even remember that. I can't even remember which of my friends it was. Pick a nickname for yourself. Oh, okay, I have remembered. Pick a nickname for yourself and go by that instead. These are some gloopy muffins. I wish I had a middle name. Give yourself a middle name! Someone goes, what's your middle name? Tell them. I heard a freaking noise. Raid! Lucky Lou, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. Number 9 raid. Number 9. Number 9. Hi, everyone. I'm baking apple muffins and I'm giving out advice. There is a Google form. And guess what? Spoiler alert, it's all about being kinder to yourself. Bow, bow. Super cool apple muffins advice. Remember to put all the ingredients in because I forgot halfway through. Yay. How many muffins are there? There's only 6, I'm sorry. But that's like also a multiple of 3. 9 of each ingredient. Have you seen the guy who made an apple pie purely out of apples? Like the crust was out of apples, the filling was out of apples. Anytime it was too wet, he added more dry apples. Anytime it wasn't wet enough, he added more applesauce. When did you learn baking? I didn't. I just followed the instructions on my phone. I follow the instructions on my phone and then it gives me a baked good. How do I become less obsessed with water parks? I don't know. Go to a real water park and be like, wait, this is fun. I'm guessing it's the band. I know fucking nothing about water parks, unfortunately. Unless you're a threat to yourself or other people. Fucking keep going. Yeah, on the names thing. My name's not fucking Melinks, is it? I mean, it is. It's my first name, my middle name, and my surname. But, like, do whatever the fuck you want! Do what you want! Do you have any advice on how not to procrastinate as much? This is something I deal with every single day, every moment I'm awake. I am the chronic procrastinator in my own life. Actually, no, I'm not. My sister is. It's good to have multiple projects that you're doing so that if you get bored of one of them, you can skip to the next one. Fun drink. The fun drink is the agent against procrastination. If I'm procrastinating starting stream, I won't get to have my drink. I won't get to have my drink. If you're procrastinating work, do a study group with your friends. Say, hey, let's go to the library, or hey, let's go to someone's house, or hey, let's go to a cafe. We're all going to be there at 5. Okay, what are you going to have done next week? Okay, what are you going to have next week? The person who's done the least has to pay for all of our drinks. Get your friends to keep you accountable. Without being annoying, can I suggest listening to Revolution 9 by the Beatles? Is that the one where it's like number 9? Number 9. I was literally just saying that, wasn't I? The one on the White Album. Co-worker, do you mean parallel parade? Yes. I got it right. There we go. That's my advice on procrastination, but I struggle with it as well, so... It doesn't define you. It doesn't define you. Crush advice? Okay, well, you've been very vague there, so I'm going to talk about the turtle from Finding Nemo. Lol, epic bit, epic joke from Molly. Crush advice? If you're in school, sorry, I can't help you. That's hell. No idea how people got together in school. I was made fun of for having a crush that I had when I was in year 2, and people would still bring it up when I was in like year 10. No idea how to help you on that front. Very sorry about that. Crushes as an adult? I'm sorry. You gotta tell them. Or, okay, so there's a difference between a crush and like infatuation. When you're walking around like playing out scenarios like, oh my god, if we went and got coffee and they would say this and I would say this, and then we'd laugh and then we go to the beach, like, don't try not to let it get to that point. If you fancy someone and you're like, they're cute, like, I think we get on, like, ask them on a date. If they're like, oh no, sorry, I'm not interested, okay, cool. Because you haven't let it fester for long enough where your heart is, like, so invested, you know? I've had friends ask out other friends, and they've been like, yes, or no, I see you as a friend. And the other person goes, okay, no worries. And genuinely everything's fine. But yeah, crush is where you're like, I'm obsessed with this person. You're setting yourself up for like, if they don't like you back, it's gonna hurt, you know? Try not to let it get to that point. Yay! 10 minutes. Ten-minute timer. Okay, I need a drink. It's not even gonna be fucking raspberry and rose flavored, is it? Oh my. I think about how it's called a crush for a reason. Oh, so do I. I've been mental about people in the past. But when I've approached someone, like, hey, do you want to go out? Like, I'm free tomorrow. Are you free tomorrow? Like, make it fun. Like, it doesn't have to be as serious. You know what I mean? I know, but there's like that tweet where it's like, why does having a crush feel like being chased by a bear in the woods? Try not to let it get to that point. That's all I can say. Okay. Hi, I'm an American and I have a 5-hour layover at Heathrow on my way to Italy. Do you have any restaurants, snacks, or drinks I should try while I'm in there? I know there were spoons in my terminal. That's so funny. That's so funny. Do I have any recommendations for Heathrow Airport? Do you guys have any? Spoons is a great place if you need to charge your phone. That's where I use it for. It's cheap and cheerful. I heard a noise. Ari, thank you so much for the 11 months of Prime. Do a madness. Number 1, do a madness. Number 2, go to Wetherspoons. Number 3, go on the tram that takes you to the other terminals. Number 4. I can't help you. It's been a while since I went to Heathrow. I have Tourette's. There's a girl in my college class that mocks my tics. Fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. Because in your college class, genuinely tell them, no, okay, I'm not going to say that. There's a girl in my college class that mocks my tics, which sets them up more and causes me pain. I reported it, but all I've been told is she's just messing around, and what evidence do you have? It's your word against hers, and she's denying. I have no clue what to do anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. First of all, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hello, Johnny. Are you excited to see us all back soon? I got poop Wi-Fi on the train right now. Wi-Fi on the train. I'm actually trying to help someone who is being bullied by their disability, Johnny. He's gonna hate me for saying that. Johnny, that's actually really problematic that you were talking about something completely different. Oh, I'm kidding. Sorry, Johnny. I had Tourette's for a time, so it's okay. I can say it. I can say it. Develop a tic that says, fuck you, their name, I hope you die. You can recover from Tourette's. I don't know what I had. I call it Tourette's for like I had lockdown Tourette's. I went to doctors about it and they could not diagnose me with anything. But I did have them, and talking about them makes them come back. So I'm suppressing. It's like they're fake, but they're not. I promise. I get them sometimes when I'm streaming, especially when Gracie rings her bells. I do like this. And I think there was something to do with Raddle's sound bites that made me react. But it's like that. it's hard to talk about it they don't occur until I talk about it, because then it feels like it's performative. But I did have to go to the doctor about it. I get that one fairly often, but it kind of just looks like I'm shaking my hair at my face, and my nose goes sometimes. Sorry for asking. No, it's fine. I'm not embarrassed about it. I used to be embarrassed to talk about it. I talked about it quite a lot on my birthday, on like one of the Turbo Pain streams, I think. Like that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gracie's bells, unfortunately, because they set me off. And I used to have one where I did that, and I would click and I would whistle. I couldn't whistle until I was 18 because I would got tics that made me whistle. So I'd have whistle tics before I could even make the noise. But yeah, so my advice is make yourself have a tic that is so-and-so is a bitch really loudly, and then when she complains, be like, I can't help it. I guess I'm just messing around. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting class. It's actually her who's egging me on. Sorry. But yeah, I'm sorry. If there's anyone else you can ask for support on that, that will be the best, because it seems like this is above you. But my point is, I'm sorry that this is happening. This really sucks, and it's not your fault. My music. I think Johnny disappeared after I accused him. Whoops. Okay. How do I put myself out there and talk to new people? I really want to make more friends and be social. This is my advice that I usually use for questions like this. Since you watch me, I assume you have other interests that involve media and stuff. I think a really good way of making friends that relate to your interests is wear badges and shit with the things that you like on them. If you're carrying around a bag that has a big, I don't know, Madoka Magica badge, and someone in your school is like, oh my god, I love Madoka Magica, you can be like, oh my god, who's your favorite? Or like, have you finished it? Or, oh my god, I was just rewatching. You know what I mean? Bond over things that make you approachable. No, I mean, be approachable with things that you can bond with people. When you bond with someone over a shared interest, it's so easy to make conversation. Like, have you heard of this thing? Or did you know, or like, I really want to watch this, have you watched it? Or like, what would you recommend? I'm looking for things that are similar. Or, do you want to go to the comic book shop with me and see if there's anything similar, like in the manga section? You know what I mean? What number advice are we on? I've been skipping through a few that were like similar that I felt I'd answered, but we're on 25 out of 77 because I spent so much time on them. Someone's like, so how do I pet my cat? And I'm like, you gotta be nicer to yourself. You gotta be, guys, you don't deserve this. She's answering with cat, absolutely. I can do another stream where I like cut off. I've been banned from seeing my cousin because we're meeting up too much. How do I hang out with her and not get caught? Literally all we do is hang out in the park and chat. That's so strange. Okay, I have to take your word for it. Like, if there's missing context, I just won't know about it. I don't know. What's the issue with that? I was gonna say, is it the park they have an issue with or the time spent? If it's like, we want you to make more friends, so therefore, like, can you see people who aren't your cousin? Or like, your cousin's a bad influence, maybe you should hang out with other people, you know? I'd like to believe that the people who are banning you have your best interests in mind. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be like, yeah, hang out with your cousin, and then you're like, my cousin sells knives. I just think I don't have enough context. I'm designing my lever shirt, but I don't know what design to choose. How do you choose yours if you did yours? I didn't have a lever shirt. We had like the year on the back filled with everyone's names, and then you could put your own name. Oh my god, wait, okay. I And what I put on my jumper was my first, no, it was my last name spelt incorrectly. And I have such a hard time with keeping private information hidden because when weirdos like already know about my private information, I'm like, oh, I might as well just talk about it to the people who aren't weird. Okay, but like, like that makes sense, right? So it was my surname spelled incorrectly because that was what it was like an inside joke to spell my surname incorrectly. It may have something to do with my username also. And I sent the form in, and they put my correct surname on because they thought I'd spelled my own surname wrong. And it was people were like, "Oh, that's so boring." People were like, "Oh, Molly, yours is so boring. It's just your surname." And I was like, "No, I promise. It was supposed to be spelled wrong and funny." But we didn't. At least I didn't do the whole sign-in shirts thing. I didn't even know people were doing fun designs. I don't know. Draw it out somewhere else and pick your favorite. I don't know. They should have asked. I should have written somewhere like it's intentionally spelt wrong. Any fashion advice to make good outfits? Because every time I see you, you have an amazing outfit. See, I don't believe that in my head. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah, shirt pants. I've got jeans on and I've got a shirt on. Yay! You know what I mean? I have been trying to wear new stuff. I realized that I was wearing like the exact same jeans and like swapping between three shirts for about 4 months. And I was like, okay, I want to experiment more. Oh my god, I can't be bothered with this song. My alarm's going off. Sorry, this is the sound effects portion of the stream. This is the song with the sexy anime boys on the front. Hey! My advice is to experiment. And don't necessarily go on Pinterest. I think some people can fall into the Pinterest trap of like, oh, I don't have that exact color shirt. Okay, no. Look on Pinterest, look at silhouettes. Just because you don't have the exact green shirt that that person doesn't have, you're probably liking the outfit because it's visually appealing to the eyes in a shape way, honestly. You know? Buy secondhand, personally, yeah. Because then you find more individual pieces. Something I do is, if I like a trend, I sidestep it slightly to something that's a bit more me. That's what I did with my little ballet sneakers. I was gonna get the Puma Speed Cats, but I was like, everyone's getting those. I'm gonna get these other ones because they're slightly more me. They're a bit more comfortable and a bit more, they're a bit more New Jeans than Blackpink, if you will. You know? Buy clothes you like wearing, not just looking at, so you're not just letting things rot in your closet. Yeah, I'm trying to wear more things. I'm trying to stop leaving dressing up for an occasion for an occasion. I'm dressing up to go outside the house now. You know what I mean? It's an event that I'm outside. I will be dressing up for it. Hi, Molly Melinks. I really want to do music, but all my family are farmers and expect the same from me. With your wonderful guidance, this is so beautifully written. With your wonderful guidance, how should I speak to them about this? Or should I just start to get really famous and laugh at them? Yeah, sure. You can get famous and laugh at them. I mean, it should always be up to you what you want to do with your future. Like, um, your family could be lawyers, they could be farmers, they could be people who dig holes. The same thing stands. You should be able to choose what you want to do in life, you know? Um, as someone who did do a creative degree in uni, I do get the hesitation of like, oh, I'm pursuing something that's a bit more risky. I know a lot of people do. Like, I have a friend who did a marketing degree and then did painting in her free time so that she knew how to market herself as a painter and as a successful painter. You know, do what you want. Yeah, exactly. It's good to have a backup, but like, just go for it. Life's too short, you know? You know? I kind of wasn't good enough in other subjects to do them, like to do a more academic thing and then do creative as like a backup. Um, do what you want. I think that's the main thing. I don't have a backup and I'm unemployed, so maybe I'm not the best example, but like do what you want. Just do what you want. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. And the thing is, like, if you want to go into music, it doesn't mean that you have to fully support yourself from selling your own albums, you know? You could find work, you could find money from selling your own albums, but you could also support yourself from doing courses or doing content related to music or being a technician for a community theatre. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to, you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. But the point is to do what you want. How should I tell my friends that I want to start using different pronouns? It's not a huge change just going from she, her to she, him. I'm just so nervous to tell them. Hashtag Pride Month. I mean, um, I was like really good friends with. Oh, I guess that's kind of different actually. I'd say just tell them, but I know that it can be scarier than that. Maybe you could just change them in your bio as like a soft launch and then be like, don't know if you've seen my bio. You know, that's the method. My plan is to get a barista job and work on art commissions and content creation on the side because art does not financially support me at all. Not yet! That's the beauty of it, you know. Like, as of a little while ago, I was baristaing and doing content creation, and I've got my own shop and also doing commissions. Like, it's okay. Message them, it's less scary. Yeah, there's also that. Because you can formulate your words in like a. You can be honest with them. Be like, tell them what you told me. I don't know you, and I accept you. She has sent me this message. He has sent me this message. You know what I mean? I don't know you. Your friends do. If you say to your friends, "Hey, I'm nervous to tell you this, even though it's a small change, but I'd really appreciate if you understood." And if you don't understand, just talk to me about it. You know. But I wish you the best because it can be scary. How do I become more confident for college? Because I'm scared that because I look a lot younger than my age, height and face in particular, I'll be a bit of a piss take. Also, I love your streams and you're so pretty. Thank you. Um, Once again, there'll be a lot of people in your position. I always pictured going to I don't know if we're talking about college or uni, like sort of sixth form college. Any like upgrade, like whether it was moving to secondary school or sixth form or uni, I always pictured the people there being so much older than me. You know, like when you just joined secondary school and you're like, oh my god, the people who are in year 11 are so old. Like, that's so crazy. And then you get to year 11 and you're like, what the fuck? I'm so small. Like, why did the people in my position 5 years ago look so old, you know? That's so real. I know. I'm 23. I'm 23 and I feel, with probably a bit more emotional growth, the same that I did when I was 15. 15-year-olds when you were 8 is so scary. Like, I feel the same as I did when I was 15. Going to, I'll be talking to people younger than me, and I'm like, I shouldn't know her. Like, I'm out of my depth. All of life is not knowing what you're doing until you do, you know? Find someone else who's nervous and looks a bit young for their age. Laugh about it, you know? Bond over something different. It's like what I said about wearing merch stuff about things that you like, or when I was in uni, you just look out the window and see there was a party going on and show up, and you'd say, "Hi, my name's Molly. What's your name? Oh, what course are you doing? What A levels did you do?" It was a joke that we would say the same things every time. But when someone was like, "Oh, I'm doing games design," I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm right next door from games design. What's it like? What are you working on?" I mean, I looked for the people with dyed hair and pronouns. Sorry, I did pronouns. I looked for people with dyed hair and unique fashion. I knew I would get along with them. Exactly. Find people who look like you. You're probably around the same age. You've chosen to go to the same place. If you're on the same course, that's number four. You know what I mean? I was in an art and design course. My friend Ali did their final project on Vocaloids and made a Hatsune Miku type Vocaloid that was Ali, and made a Vocaloid that was Ali so that he could sing songs. That's sick. If you love economics, you're gonna go to a course with people who love economics. You could talk about the financial crash of 2008. I don't know. Where I need to see. They made figurines and like an imaginary light stick, and it was like the concept for a tour. It was so fucking sick. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, while you might be scared of being out of your depth, so is everyone else. And maybe they're not scared of being out of their depth, but they're doing something brand new. I'm out of my depth when I go to a new supermarket. You know what I mean? End of advice. Why is London so expensive? How's it £40 return train in London? That's really insane. That's a statement, and I can't help you with that. But I appreciate it, and I send my heart out to you. How do I watch movies with my girlfriend? I love horror, but she only watches comedy. I can't stand comedy, and she can't stand horror, but she refuses to watch any other genre. You can't stand comedy. I understand not like in horror, because it's like, let me sit down and get terrified for 2 hours. Not being able to stand comedy, I find so foreign to me. But like, what about like black comedies, Like The Monkey, by Oz Perkins, or I don't know, Cabin in the Woods is a comedy, but it's also a horror. Try and bridge the gap, meet in the middle. What's that one? What's it? Oh, I also can't stand comedy films. I can't deal with secondhand embarrassment at all. I know, but it doesn't have to be secondhand embarrassment comedy. Try new genres together. Don't watch films together. Play games. Go for picnics. If you guys gel in everything else, but you just don't watch the same films, that's fine. Go watch one with your horror buddy. She can go watch one with her comedy friend, you know? Just because you're in a relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to do, you have to share every interest, basically. Read books together, read each other bedtime stories, make them scary. Hi, Molly, I don't have any advice. I just wanted to say hi, Johnny Smells. Hi. Hi, Molly, my name is Prince Sam. Do you know how to bake apple muffins? Oh no, I'm trying to learn. Hello, Prince Sam. Is that actually Prince Sam? I don't know. Look it up! I wonder if that was actually Sam. Hello, Sam. I believe in you. How do you come up with original creative concepts? I started writing a script, but after a certain point, my mind goes blank. Do you have any ideas for like jogging your brain so the creative block doesn't last long? Um, maybe you're if you're thinking of a linear story and you're like, I don't know what to do at the tension bit. I don't know what the inciting incident of the tension is going to be, let's say. Um, Picture your character being really stressed and imagine how they would react to a stressful situation and build out from there. You know what I mean? My point is, approach it from a different perspective. Maybe for fun, describe a scenery and then try to go from there as to what a story beat could be from that point. If you're okay, you know in Minecraft, if you're digging straight down, you're gonna hit bedrock. So dig from the side, baby. Dig from the side. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? My therapist using Minecraft metaphors. I'm not a therapist! But, like, does that make sense? Like, you're probably just. Like, you've gained from one way of doing something. Try looking at it from a different angle. You are now. No, I'm not! No! I am no one's therapist. I am no one's therapist. I am no one's therapist. I'm no, that's not the point. And get outside and experience things. Ooh, wait. Oh my god. Someone in chat said my question is exactly the same as this one. Listen to this. My school prom is in 3 weeks. I have a dress but no shoes. This was like the first thing I answered. I'm deciding what shoes to wear. My dress is navy and long. I don't want to wear heels because I'm already 6 foot already, but apparently the Adidas specials I was going to wear are too scruffy. I love my specials. What do I wear? That's so crazy. I've already answered this question. I've already answered this question, so I'm going to skip it, but I hope you do well. Oh my god, okay. Hypothetically, if my dream job has good pay, 40k in the first year, but only has 11% of uni students getting permanent jobs, but another degree that I'm semi into has lower pay, like 26k starting, yet 40% get jobs, what one would be better? But I can do the other degree, then another year for the first job and have backup option, having a midlife crisis. I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm so sorry. I'm always going to say go for the dream job because even if you don't get into that 11% of uni students getting the permanent job straight out of fucking uni, which, you know, is fine, um, anything that you learn will have transferable skills somewhere else. If the job is being an accountant, That's math skills. That's talking to people skills. That's office skills. If it's painting, that's selling yourself skills. That's art history skills. That's like, you know what I mean? Everything is hypothetically, what if it was primary teaching versus marketing and psychology? Honestly, you're asking the person who I wrote one of my papers about Animal Crossing. I went for the dream job, okay? Animal Crossing dissertation, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I want to start making music, but I end up never opening the software because I have no clue where to even start. It's like I need to have a moment to just sit down and start, but I feel like it won't go anywhere. That's because it sounds like you've decided that either you make a great song or you don't. I wanted to learn how to code. I still don't know how. I had these fleeting moments of wanting to get into a hobby. And I looked up a YouTube course that was step by step. You need to learn how to make Mary has a little lamb, you know? Or open the software and play with it. You know what I mean? I have a friend who learned Blender because she just wanted to make creatures, you know what I mean? Don't go into... It's like that thing where people say fail fast because then you can try again. If you fail slow, then you're on the same path for ages, you know, not trying new things. Experiment, have fun. You don't have to create your masterpiece first time. Sit down with your fun drink and see what buttons do what. And then maybe find a YouTuber that you like the sound of their voice. Don't be afraid of making something that sucks at first. Oh my god. All of my friends have been making the worst fucking songs for the past year. They've been opening that fucking Adobe Music software and they've been making the worst songs ever, but they're learning. If you look at Harry's first shit song compared to his newest shit song, they're both shit because he's talking about tung 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 sa, but he's learned how to use the buttons. Make something intentionally bad. Make something that's going to make your friends laugh. Make something related to, I don't know, fucking Homestuck. I don't care. Charlie's Freestyle's such a tune. Make something that's going to be funny. Get your friend around and make songs together. Don't diss Triple T. You get my point. They're different programs compared to me, though. I got the hardest one to use. It's... A xylophone is gibberish to a baby. You give a Rubik's Cube to a baby, they don't know how to do it. You give a ball to a baby, they don't know how to do it. Just because you're starting a harder software doesn't mean you still can't learn. Make something stupid. The ball is only useful because it's empty. How do you know you like someone? Honestly, harder than you think. I mean, no, not harder than you think. Either my thing is either I'm like, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about this person, this isn't healthy. Or I'm like, oh my god, they're hot, like, hey, they're hot, whatever. Or it's like, for me, I'm like, I can't let that person think that I have a crush on them because that would be really awkward, but I don't have a crush on them. Because I don't have a crush on them. Because that would be really awkward if I have a crush on them. But I don't want them to think I have a crush on them because that would be really awkward. But I don't have a crush on them. Do you know what I mean? if you're asking the question, I had a friend, and all my friends were like, yeah, because you've got a crush on him, right? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? Looking back, I used to get like frustrated when he was into other people, and I was like, oh no, it's just because he's my friend and I care that he's with people who are nice. And it's like, no, girl, you were jealous. Like, it's when you start overthinking everything about them. Sometimes it is hard to know your own feelings. That is something that I've had to work on because I can, like, in my head, I'm like, oh, well, I obviously know my own thoughts, opinions, and aims because I'm thinking them, you know what I mean? I'm creating the thoughts in my head, but the brain is a confusing thing, you know? But you don't have to pursue anything you don't want to, you know? I may not have realized that I had a crush on that guy, but it didn't end my life, the fact that I didn't do anything about it, you know what I mean? How do I keep my fringe straight with heat? I've never had a fringe in my life, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at Brad Bondo, I don't know. I bought a pair of Arcadia Mary Jane's Doc Martens shoes. I'm gonna look these up. And I need advice on what kind of socks to wear. Genuinely just any. Wait, these are so cute! They've got like a double buckle and they're like brown at the front, maybe. Those are so fun. White socks, black socks, grey socks, rust-coloured socks to suit the red thing at the front. Sure, I can't. My camera's here and the photo is below the camera. I can't fold my laptop in on itself. Look up Arcadia Mary Jane's. You're a mod, so I know that you have fingers. Wear anything. Wear cute frilly socks. Look at Mary Jane's on Pinterest. The world is your lobster. How do you talk to other streamers and make streamer friends? It's lonely having no other streamer friends. I find it hard to do this. Because I tend to make friends through other people. So putting myself out there I find kind of difficult. For me, making my own streamer friends independently has been through like SMPs and stuff. Me and Brewberry still chat quite a bit from what was that SMP called? No Man's Land. Me and Brewberry were messaging each other about TwitchCon and mid-offs and stuff like that. And we met through just crossing paths on a Minecraft world, you know what I mean? But I find it hard. Someone once told me to go to chat and yap and become friends that way, but it seems weird and feels kind of promotion-y. I mean, I don't see, like, I feel like all of my friends, since they've came up independently, where I showed up and I had friends in the space because I'd met them in real life, so I don't know how to do the, like, I made loads of friends in this chat. That's nice. So I'm not sure how to, like, put myself forward. I made friends with Water through, Realm. And honestly, that's kind of it. I don't make streamer friends very often. I'd say me and Pyro, well, me and Pyro haven't spoken outside of Flight. Um, but I imagine we would get on outside of flight. I like this is something I struggle with, so if anything is helpful, I also struggle with this. But my main thing seems to be SMPs, if you're a Minecraft person. Secondary question to add to that one, how do you get invited onto SMPs and then make friends? I don't know. See, this is the thing. I was invited onto No Man's Land via Luan, who I met through Owen, and I was invited onto the flight through Ross. So I don't know, unfortunately, because I'm a little Melinks Nepo baby. Sorry. Maybe I think as in the run through Turbo, yes. Maybe Twitter's a good place for it, because if you follow people who are in the same sort of spaces as you and message them like, hey, I appreciate what you said about this, or like, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I like your streams, do you want to collab or something, you know? I got a message from Squiddo saying, hey, I want to collab with more people and make more streamer friends. Would you like to do something together? Like, and Squiddo's got followers. Bye, Rory. You know, so people at all stages will feel like that. I'm also learning. Okay. Guy I'm doing a pretty big important college project with keeps clearly thinking I like him. He keeps mentioning having a girlfriend while glaring at me whenever I show human decency, like letting him know that he's got lettuce in his teeth or he's about to step in dog poo, but I'm literally arrow 8. Help, what, how do I get rid of him? Guy is male 21, I'm F22, he's 21 and I'm F20 Reddit style. M is in lowercase because I dislike him. That's so, I think my head always goes to talking passive aggressively through button badges. Wear a big badge that's like, I don't like relationships or sex. If you don't know what the arrow 8's flag looks like, this is what it looks like. Like the big fucking SpongeBob badge. I'll wear a shirt. Mine says more girls kissing. You say less girls kissing? Oh no, people might think you're homophobic. One, stop being decent to him. He doesn't deserve it. I mean, I'm not saying out yourself, but if you would be comfortable to. See, I'd love to say that I could do this, but I'd love to say that I could be like, what is your problem? Like, or, see, okay. There's a thing I do that's like passive aggression, but it's like direct aggression. Where if someone's annoying me, I'll act stupid. You know when people say like, oh, if someone says a racist joke, say I don't get the joke, so then they have to explain the joke and realize what the problem is. I was with someone who was like, someone said something like, oh, that scooter is cool as hell, and then the other person was like, cool as hell? Cool as hell? Hell's hot! How is hell cool? I'm just being really annoying. So I went to them, oh, they probably mean like cool as hell as in like when people say hell as in like oh that's like, oh, people say like as hell as like, oh, like very, you know? And they were like, I know. You know what I mean? Like, just be like, oh, don't worry, I've got this. So if they're like staring at you, be like, um, are you okay? Do you have something in your eye? I don't know. Or like, would you like me to not tell you when you got food in your face next time? Embarrass them. Yeah, kill the vibe. Because hell's an extreme. Exactly. That's what I did. And they were like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm not stupid. Oh no, what if I look stupid? You know what I mean? Maybe that's not the healthiest way of doing it, but when you don't want to like be like, okay, shut up, you're being really fucking annoying. It's a good way to be like, okay, you're being annoying, to be like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Am I explaining this okay or no? Let them step in dog poo, yeah. By definition, Saurus. Softy Robin, make friends with Neha. Like, for an example, Neha was the person in my chat who said, Neha said, raid Softy Robin, they're live and they're cool, and I raided them or something. And I think that, I don't know. There, I'll put you together. It sounds like you two would get on. Made a way through my GCSEs now and I'm just nervous about leaving school and starting college. No idea about how to make new friends and even whether I picked the right place to go study. Okay. Once again, people are in the same boat as you. Two, you can always change. You can always change where you go to study. Next. But like, I think a lot of these questions are to do with just, this is new and I don't have experience in this. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be nervous. My friend allows her boyfriend to be horrible to me and she always chooses him over me and refuses to break up with him. I'm scared to put my foot down to tell her to fuck off, lol. Don't be friends with your friend? It sounds like your friend is being shitty to you. Like, her boyfriend is being shitty to you, your friend is being shitty to you. And friends don't do that. She always chooses him over me. Choose someone else. Choose someone who doesn't let other people treat you like shit. End of answer. Whoa, that's number 50. What was it like to find an apartment to live in? Like, what kind of things do you look out for? I don't know anyone who lives in an apartment, but everyone says I should wait for a house, but that'll take years. Honestly, I'd go to Reddit. I bet there's like a list of things you should, I think I did that. Went on Reddit, like, what things should I ask about when viewing a place to live? Reddit's great. I swear to God. Like, every time I go onto Google, I have to type -AI because it just pulls from Reddit in the first place. There's real people on that, even if they can be annoying sometimes. City's Reddit's good, even my city has a Reddit, exactly. But if you just type in, like, what questions to ask when viewing a place, Reddit, I bet there's just a big fuck off list. Mm. Oh my God, these are grown. So remember I'm watermelon. I forget you guys are here. I'm 17 but look 14. How do I look my age? I want to know what the issue is. Do any of you deal with this? Like, what's the problem? Is it like not being taken seriously? Is it like I have baby face? I kind of have baby face sometimes. I feel like I don't look 23, but then what does 23 look like? I don't really know. It's more important to feel comfortable in what you wear rather than to like dress for the expectations of others, you know? If we're going within the theme of my other answers, wear a big badge that says, I'm 17! Being 17 is actually so cool, and when I grow up, people are going to be like, oh my god, you look so young for your age, and this is actually going to be so cool because when I'm even older, everyone's going to be like, oh my god, you've got such a beautiful angelic baby face. And the badge is this big. Sorry. How do you make online friends? Well, I know that a lot of people in my chat have made friends from chatting in chat. And there's like, I've been streaming for 2 years. There's people who's joined at the beginning, in the middle, 2 weeks ago, and jumped in, and it's fine, you know? And I think, especially with the people who like watch me, Max, Johnny, Harry, people come and go. They do, they do. Um, I think the best way to make friends is to associate yourself into like a fandom or like a community or something like that. Because then my advice is always have something that you immediately bond over, because that makes things so easy. Because you can just talk about opinions. I'm gonna skip like 40 songs. 1 second. I added so many Kira Kira Pop Princess songs to my. Wait, is my no? Bear with me. Bear with me. Nintendogs. Hi, Neha. Softy Robin was talking about making friends within within streamers, and I said that you guys should be friends because you seem to have things in common. That was my advice. I said talk to Neha. I hope that's okay. I used to be fluent in sign language because my little brother is deaf, and 6 years ago he got hearing aids and didn't want us to sign to him anymore. Because I've liked using it, I've been forgetting the signs. How do I start using it more to help me not forget? I know people do like sign language clubs, or oh, my alarm! Honestly, I'm not too sure on this one, just because I don't have much experience in the matter. Noises! Anonymous gave drop by Neha. Get us up. Thank you! Thank you! I shared a primary with a deaf school and still volunteer there today. Is that an option? Yeah! Volunteer somewhere. That's actually a great idea. Ugh. Shit. Oh, fuck. I hope these come out okay. If I gave all of this advice just for my muffins to turn out shit, I'll be so pissed. Oh my god, they're fucking huge. Thank god my back's like doing okay now, because otherwise I'd have to like just suck it up and leave them in there. I don't know. I love making big ass muffins. Hey, 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 hey. Literally, which other streamer could make? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so hot. Look how effing beautiful she is. And there's big appley pieces. Hey, 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 hey. They look so beautiful. We aren't done. By the way, guys, we're not done. I'm still answering questions. Who said a white girl can't bake apple muffins? Who said a white girl can't stick her tongue out and dance to Nintendogs and bake muffins? Hey, 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 hey! My allergies are playing up, I don't know why. It's not a good sign. Okay. Mm, 50 grams of sugar, 31 grams of cinnamon. We're doing a fun cinnamon topping on these. I can smell them. They smell appley. Yeah, volunteer somewhere. It's like how I said with the person who was scared about their native language and stuff. Like, you'll probably pick it up way faster than you think because that subconscious knowledge is there, you know? Bye, Neha. Bro, I'm actually so confused about my gender because I feel so attached to my womanhood. I feel like a guy, but I also feel like neither and all of them. I'm so fucking confused. The good news is there's no rush. The good news is there's no rush and you can experiment all you like. And the good news is you never have to settle. Okay. 50 grams. Oh, I might be short on butter. It's okay. 50 grams of sugar. Try out a different set of pronouns every day. Find a trusted friend and say, okay, sit opposite me and talk about me in the third person, and I'll see which ones I like. And if you like one day and you don't like the other another day, that's okay. Get yourself a little pronoun badge that you can wear so you can change them out on different days. If you're attached to your womanhood but you feel like a guy, you can be a fun little femme guy. 30 grams of ground cinnamon. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, this is a lot of cinnamon actually. No, all my cinnamon! I hate when a recipe uses way more ingredients than I thought I would. No! This was like full! Okay, we're stopping now. That's my advice. It's okay to be confused. There's no rush in finding it out. I really want to go on a girls' trip with my friends, but I don't know where we should go. Do you recommend anywhere? Preferably within London. Hackney? I don't know. I'm not really a big London girly, honestly. Go to Brighton. That's like almost in London. People call it London on Sea. Can't see you living in London. Yeah, it's too much. I feel comfortable in Brighton and I'm okay with that. I low-key feel like I'm third wheeling every time I hang out with two of my friends. It's so obvious they like each other but won't tell each other, and I'm always just there. That's funny. Have I ever dealt with that? I'm not sure. Sorry, that sounds awkward. That's my advice. My advice is lol, sorry, that sounds awkward. What can I use to brush butter on these guys? These are all caked in paint. I've dealt with that for a while, but they were actually secretly dating when I thought they were just awkwardly crushing. That's funny. Why are my allergies playing up? I hope I'm not allergic to cinnamon and or apples and or muffins. Okay. I guess we're melting some butter. I've got so much washing up to do. That's the thing with bacon. I love this game's soundtrack. What even is it? Jeep Raider. It's a Looney Tunes game, but it has like weirdly cool drum and bass soundtrack. Oh. Bah. How do you get out of your comfort zone and stop being scared of other people judging you? I've wanted to get into streaming and online stuff for years, but now I always put up I'm scared of IRL people finding it and making fun. Honestly, that's why. I mean, it took me a while. Um, that was my main fear as well, just because I had a tough time with the people around me growing up. So I understand. You could always do like faceless or something until you feel comfortable. I think that's what a lot of people do, because then you don't have to commit to having your face out there, because that's quite a big step for a lot of people. I mean, I jumped into that, but that doesn't mean that you have to. Okay. One buttered muffin. And then I dip it into the sugar. Boom! Oh shit, that was really bad. That didn't work at all. Fuck! I did that for 3 years. I didn't show my face at all, and then during that time I used to be a PNG tuber. Then it got to the point where I actually bored of hide and snow the camera. Yeah, you don't have to go full throttle. It's gonna have another streamer to help me give advice on this stuff. What was the question? Yeah, you don't have to go full throttle commitment into it. Go faceless, see if you like it, and then eventually you can show your face, but there's no obligation. their video. Think of Hermacraft, their video content doesn't have themselves in. Exactly. Think about how big fucking people like Everon are. Or like how big Dream was. Hello, Money Melinks. Do you have any advice on how to deal with a breakup? It's good to surround yourself with friends. It's good to expand your world. You know, it's hard when dealing with a breakup, whether you're doing the breaking up or whether you are the person who was broken up or whether it was mutual. Either way, it's hard, you know? So it's good to be around people and to do things that remind you that you're your own person. When you're in a relationship, it's easy to get trapped in the, oh, we do things together and this is our thing and I'm a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. So when you get out of that, it's good to remind you of what makes you you, you know? And that doesn't necessarily mean going on solo dates. It's like, I'm friends with this person and they like me and we do this together, so let's do that. And also let yourself feel upset. Because it can be sad. Whoa, I'm getting crazy deja vu. Now I'm getting like deja rev, like I feel like I dreamt about this. That's so weird. I'm in a friend group of 5 girls and they're all amazing. I love them so much. But since we've been friends, I've picked up their bad habits, vaping, drinking, etc. They haven't pressured me or anything. It's just I've seen them doing it and wanting to fit in. How do I tell them I want to quit? Tell them what you told me. I think a lot of it's easier to tell like, I don't know you, so I can't judge you, you know? I'm not one of your friends, so I can't be hurt by what you say. But what you said to me is that you love your friends and they're the best and you don't judge them, but it's just not your thing. Just tell them that, you know? As the chat said earlier, maybe do it over text if you feel more comfortable wording it, like having the opportunity to word it better. But if you just have them in a group chat and be like, love you all. Oh, I think my music finished. Love you all. And I've been doing this and I haven't felt pressured or anything, but I think I want to step back a bit. If they care about you, even if they might be initially like, oh, you know, it should be fine. But I understand the thing of like, I don't want them to think that I'm judging them when that's not the case. Look how fun. Wait. Oh my god, you can't even see. They've got like cinnamon sugar on them. You can't even see, doesn't matter. They look so yummy! I made so much cinnamon sugar, oh my god. Maybe it's all the powder in the air that's going into my lungs that's making me feel odd. These look so beautiful. Oh, the washing up I have to do! Yay! Oh no, I've got to get this place clean before Max gets back. Whoopsie! Every time I look at that fun drink in my fridge, I swear. I might make these tomorrow. I basically just did Sally's Baking Addictions jumbo. It's the jumbo blueberry muffins, but I swapped out the blueberries for apple and then just added a shit ton more cinnamon. Did you really use a recipe for cinnamon sugar? No, it was in... Okay, so there's the Sally's Bacon Addiction one, and then there was the cinnamon apple ones, and those were dipped in cinnamon sugar at the end, and they just had the measurements. It's not like I was like, what is cinnamon sugar recipe? Oh, it's cinnamon and sugar. Fucking thanks, guys. I gotta go bye, everyone. I also gotta go bye, everyone, unfortunately, but I had a lovely, lovely time. And I should be live tomorrow. Oh my goodness. But I've been having a lot of fun streaming because I've been homesick for my home and my job. Who should I send you to? Who should I send you to? I could send you to Ash Swag. Okay. Oh my god, it looks like he's doing therapy with your confessions. Oh my god, it's perfect! Thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciated it and I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys had a lot of fun and I'll see you tomorrow maybe. And I'll do all this washing up. Okay, bye guys.